So then moving on to the show itself and our wonderful singers, I'll just do a quick introduction of who they are and their history and where their talent grows from, and then we'll go on to listen to the music. Thank you. So starting with Rajan, who is a trained vocalist in Hindustani classical music and a passionate admirer of a variety of different musical genres. He has been very fortunate to learn the craft from reputed and knowledgeable gurus over the many years. He actively contributes in the art community circle in both the UK and Europe to support cultural initiatives and promote Indian music overseas for over 2 decades now. To his credit, he was also a finalist in a famous talent hunt show on Star Plus in the late 90s and also performed in music shows in the presence of famous celebrities, some being Obinayo, Shankar Mahadevan, Anup Jalota. Also in the UK, he has performed with famous Bollywood celebrities such as Vishal and Rekha Bharadwaj, Meera Faisal via SAFCF initiative. On the professional front, Rajan is an established senior consultant and IT leader with a career spanning over 25 years and also contributes his dedicated time to promoting business entrepreneurship via OMPEG community initiative in the UK. Also joining him today is Burwa, who is trained Western vocalist and also an admirer of a variety of genres across world music. She is a trained Kathak dancer and enjoys traditional Indian cultural art and of course Bollywood, as we all do. And more importantly, she's also an aspiring doctor and currently pursuing her degree in medicine, which I think we should all put our hands together for because we know how much hard work there is. So thank you for that as well. So that's enough with me, and I'll pass over to our wonderful talent for today. Thank you.
This song is, I think, sung by two...
Absolutely, that's true. That's
two singers, yeah.
Very nice, yeah. That's a good knowledge, of course.
And Kishore Kumar in his own style.
Yeah.
And of course, Mohammed Rafi.
In his own style, of course, that's good.
And that was beauty of this song.
Nice,
Very,
nice.
very special thing.
That's very good. I mean, it's your name?
Vidya Parnai.
Thank you, Vidya. And so, of course, R.D. Burman is the music director. And as Vidya rightly said, it's sung by Kishore Kumar as well as Rafi in their own styles. So what I'll do is, just for us, I'll do the first stanza in Kishore Kumar style and the second part in Rafi style. So let's do it. And to be honest, my voice doesn't resemble to both of them. But the thing is, what you would really, I mean, this is something which I feel that if you pick up a style of a particular singer, then you don't need that voice. Actually, that style itself conveys what sort of singing performance that singer has given. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll give you.
Their voice resembles you.
No, the reason why I said is my voice is Rajan Shegunshi's voice.
चाहते
रह भी सकोगे तुम कैसे होके मुझसे जुदा फट जाएंगी दीवारें सुन के मेरी सदा आना होगा तुम्हें मेरे लिए साथी मेरे सूरी राह में तुम बिन जाऊं कहाँ तुम बिन जाऊं कहाँ ये दुनिया में आके कुछ मुझे चाह कभी तुमको चाह के तुम बिन Thank you. And then make it as interesting as possible, as much information as possible, show off as many skills as possible.
Is it on?
And of course, just one thing, while you are doing it, if on the table you want to sort of pledge some funding or donation for Maya Kid as well, please feel free to do so as well.
It's a Babuji Dheere Chalna. That's the song. Actually, I love that song because I'm learning it as well. I mean, I don't sing, but I think sung by Geeta Dutt, and it's picturized on Madhubala the Great. So that's the best part of it, really. Both of them. It's Madhubala.
I think it's probably not Madhubala.
Shakila, is it? All right. Maybe. Oh yeah, Shakila.
But she was
I can see her
no,
there.
but she was equally beautiful.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that. Sorry. My name is Pranoti Jadhav. So thank you. I think that's. Anybody else want to say?
Unconfirmed that the Babuji Zaga Dheere Chalo, which came after 30 years, perhaps was a remix of this.
Yeah, it was just a few words here and there, but yeah. And that was also filmed on a very beautiful girl, Yana Gupta.
my pronunciation, I don't speak Hindi.
Yeah, but you try. I mean, it's really unfair on her because she is more trained in Western classical, And then I really forced her to do the Bollywood with me, so that's fine. But you did a good job.
I think we've got this completely wrong, but
Right, okay.
Google.
That's fine, sometimes it's right as well.
The song is Churalia.
Yeah.
I think the poem is Yakibara.
Perfect, yeah.
And this is the discrepancy. I think it's Asha Bhosle and Mohammed Rafiq.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Oh,
Perfect, yeah, that's good. That's good, yeah. That's good.
And then 1973
Yep.
release.
That's
That's
good,
all
yeah.
I got.
Well, you know more than me, so.
So just something to add on to this is there's a song by an artist called Bourgeois, and it's called If It's Tuesday It Must Be Belgium, and it's the same song but in English, so we're going to do half and half.
So it's an actual original English song, which was actually done in Hindi later on. So she would do the English part. And it's R.D. Burman, by the way, of course, again.
If it's Tuesday, this must be Belgium. If it's Wednesday, this must be Rome. If it's Thursday, this must be Montreal. I never want to go home. Oh, I
सजाऊंगा लुट कर भी तेरे बदन की डाली को, लहू जिगर का दूंगा हंसी लबों की डाली को। सजाऊंगा लुट कर भी तेरे बदन की डाली को, लहू जिगर का दूंगा हंसी लबों की डाली को। ऐ वफा क्या इस जहां को एक दिन दिखला दूंगा मैं दीवाना, चुरा लिया। पुराना सनम, बदलते मेरी तुम जिंदगानी, कहीं बदल ना जाना सनम, ले लिया दिल, हाय मेरा दिल, हाय दिल लेकर मुझको ना बहला, चुरा लिया तुमने जो दिल को, नजर नहीं चुराना सनम।
And it would be nice, I suppose, if you could just explain how the whole mechanism of this particular service works.
I was just a bit worried what sort of question you are going to ask me, but it's not bad. I'm just going to move away slightly from the speaker because I'm getting some background from there. So, Sunil, good question, and many people ask me this question in terms of how Maya Care works. First of all, why Maya Care? So Maya Care is needed because of the social reasons. Nowadays, many senior citizens they live alone, either in the care home or even in their own home. They are alone and need a lot of assistance, because earlier they were quite physically well, mentally quite stable, and could do everything that they needed to do on their own. But with the age, all of us get into that situation where we need help. And our tagline, which says next best thing to the family. Now that is an important tagline because we substitute what family would do for the senior citizens. Our volunteers do that. How it works? Very simple. We have multiple channels through which we get requests from various senior citizens or their children or their friend. It could be simple thing like taking a senior citizen to a hospital visit or any clinical visit. It could be just going there, having a chat with the senior citizen, or that sort of thing, or getting medicines for them, or playing board games with them, etc. Now, once we get this request, our city coordinator, because now we are in for the data that was being shown was about a couple of weeks back when the presentation was made, when it was 37 cities in India and 4 in the UK, but now it is, I got to know the updated data yesterday, it is 47 cities now in India where we are present, and thank you, and 4 cities in the UK. Now, when we get the request, the city coordinator identifies the right volunteer, who will then make sure that the volunteer goes there and sort of gets the service done and reports back to the back office. Now, when I use the word back office, all this, since the point from when we receive the request, from that point, apart from actually fulfilling the service where the volunteer goes and fulfills the service, rest of the work is done by persons with disabilities. We have 120 plus persons with disabilities whom we pay. They have been trained to work for Maya Care, and they also have developed generic skills, so they can actually ideally get work, they can get jobs elsewhere as well. They have been trained to that professional level. So these people work with all the processes set in place, and once the service is completed, that is recorded. Now, even volunteers, to some extent, their expenses are reimbursed so that they don't spend from their pocket. So, so that is the simple model in which we work. This is like a routine now. So we used to have a lot of issues earlier, but now most of them have been ironed out. It has taken us a long way because initially we were, for first 11 years, from Manjari and our individual pay packs, we used to fund the whole organization work. Of course, it was relatively smaller, and since last 2 years it has grown. And we have been fortunate that we have been getting supporters like you here. And can I get the volunteers to raise their hands who are here in person, and those who are on Zoom? We are not on the screen right now, but those volunteers who are there, can you please raise their hand? Let us know who have been doing all this fantastic job. Thank you, thank you. So these are the people who actually, some of them are not able to join us today, but these are the people who actually go and do the service, which is not easy sometimes. So that is how it works. Does that give you a reasonably good idea?
Perfect, perfect. Absolutely. And you know, the kind of work that you do is amazing. And really kudos to both of you, Manjari and Ray.
Thank you. I would say kudos to the whole team, the persons with disabilities, and the volunteers who are actually, Manjari and I just speak. I mean, we have to do a lot of work behind the scenes, but still, I mean, the real work is done by people on the ground, so I would like to thank them. And of course, supporters like you and the donors, without which the organization just cannot sustain. So now that I gave you a chance to ask me a question, I'm going to ask you a simple question. I don't know whether you raised your hand when I said that you are to ask the volunteers to raise a hand, but if not, Sunil is also a volunteer with Maya Care, and he's also an ambassador where he goes and represents Maya Care within UK. So how has your experience in working with Maya Care been?
So firstly, I think it's been a privilege really to be associated with something like Maya Care, to be part of this journey. Usually people say pleasure and privilege. I personally feel it's firstly a privilege. And I must thank Maya Care for giving me this particular opportunity. Having said that, after about 35 odd years of corporate life, where I decided to hang up my boots, I was looking for something to do, something meaningful to do. And here was something that came up to me. I knew Manjari and Abhay from before, but when I got talking to them, I realized the power of this model. See, all of us see a service that Abhay talked about for the elderly that we are providing. But there is a parallel service that this particular initiative does, which is actually creating confidence, creating skills within a particular segment of society who hitherto would have been feeling a little left out, not being part of the mainstream. And here was an opportunity that is being created for them to learn new skills, to feel confident about what they do, and hopefully, and that is our fervent wish and desire, to be a part of the mainstream community, providing for themselves, providing for whom they love, and contributing to society. And on the other side, as Abhay mentioned, a service which fits in so beautifully when the elderly are in transition from what they were able to do, and where, at least in the UK system, where a government organization takes over. That is the transition when people need the support, need the family, need the binding force, and that is what enamored me. And therefore, Abhay, it has been a privilege. And I hope that there will be many like me who will join this journey, because I am convinced that this is going somewhere. And we can make a difference, and we will make a difference. So that's how I feel.
Thank you, Sunil. Really, I can see your passion, really, and I mean, we are fortunate to have people like Sunil and many more in our team, without which, as I said, the organization just cannot. Thank you, Sunil. Thank you.
This song is from a very old movie called Waqt, which was released in 1965, I think, and it was filmed on a legendary actor Balraj Sahni. Probably, I guess the song Mary Sohra Jabi. And as far as I remember, the lyricist is Sahil Ludhianvi, the singer is Mannade, and I don't recollect the music director. So.
I think it was probably Ravi.
Ravi. Next to you.
Mm-hmm. जो मुस्कुरा के बोलते वो धड़कनों में आंधी शराबी रंग घोलते ओ सनम मैं तेरा आशिक जाबिता ओ सनम मैं तेरा आशिक जाबिता है मेरी जो लगती तुझे मालूम नहीं तो अभी तक मैं हंसी और मैं जवान कुछ कुर्बान मेरी जान है मेरी जो लगती तुझे मालूम नहीं तो अभी तक मैं हंसी और मैं जवान तुझे कुर्बान मेरी जान Thank you. Thanks for the participation. It was really good. Thanks to have such an audience.
The song is Seene Mein Chalan. It's a very good ghazal sung by Suresh Wadkar from Maharashtra. I don't know other details. Picture is Gaman. I'm sure.
Yeah. Picture is Gaman.
Suresh Wadkar is very famous because I am from Maharashtra, Pune. So I like. Thank you. So Hindi songs as well as Marathi songs also. But this is one of my favorite songs. I would be very happy to hear it from you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So your name, please, sir.
Anant Avekar from Pune.
So nice one, Anandji. And one more detail for this song is actually Suresh Wadkar and Hariharan. Hariharan, both of them as young artists started working with Jaydev Saab. So Jaydev Saab, music director Jaydev Saab, as a assistant music director for this film. And then what Jaydev Saab said was, once you start working with me, I'll give you one song each. So in this movie, Hariharan and Suresh Wadkar both have one song. Oh, Raman is Farooq Sheikh. Farooq Sheikh.
The director is Muzaffar Ali, right?
Yes, Muzaffar Ali, yes. Director Muzaffar. And Smita Patil, of course. Right, so I think hear it from, I think, beautiful ghazal. As I said, again, ghazal is another genre that actually has come into Bollywood.
तन्हाई की ये कौन सी मंजिल है रफ़ी को, तन्हाई की ये कौन सी मंजिल है रफ़ी को, आहट पे नज़र एक बयान सा क्यों है, आहट पे नज़र एक बयान सा क्यों है, सीने में जलन।
Thank you. I'm just trying to give as many flavors as possible.
Thanks, Abhay. So, those who don't know me, I'm Jayata Sildar, good old friend of Manjiri and Abhay from Milton Keynes. Is there an echo? You know, greatness of any person or any organization is generally measured by where they've reached in their journey. But it's also important to see where they've started, right? And I've seen early days of Maya Care quite closely. All the balancing acts that Manjiri and Abhay were trying to manage between their professions, their transition to entrepreneurship, Manjiri's books, numerous events, and how can I forget their super busy happening social life. Yeah, all of you are aware of that. Anything I missed? Yeah, Santosh asked me to also add their frequent and long India trips. But in spite of that, they were still committed to Maya Care. I've seen the struggle times, right? Lack of funds, lack of general awareness about the Maya Care, as well as apathy and lack of awareness that disabled or differently abled people are able to contribute to the society. But in spite of all that struggle, they were still committed to Maya Care. The real question, Manjiri, is where are you going from here? What's the vision for Maya Care?
Thank you for all those nice words, Jay. In every country of the world where the helpline is managed in every spoken language of the world, and that helpline is managed by a disabled person in that country. So that is our ultimate vision. 47 is where we are in India today. We hope to go to 100 this year in India. And as we speak, I think we have crossed 820 disabled people being hired so far, and we are continuously hiring. So that's our vision. Thank you. And so as you can see, the team is beaming, and we are going to go over to Chandrapur in Maharashtra, which is where Sandhya lives, and I think a lot of volunteers here are continuously called by Sandhya all times. So that is Sandhya. So Sandhya is actually, she suffers from a bone density problem. She's never been able to walk, but today if you see Sandhya, she's over the past 2.5 years, she actually learned English from a gentle lady in Aylesbury called Sheila, who has been her mentor and her coach, an English lady called Sheila, who has helped her. And today she's, I mean, you can hear her talk. So Sandhya is going to talk about whatever she wants to say. And after Sandhya, we have with us Chessie and Olivia. They work with us in Maya Care UK. They've come all the way from Birmingham to be with us. Please come over. So they're both visually impaired, and apart from them, we have Jade, who's in London. We have the lady who you saw in the film in the beginning, Sarah. So she's visually impaired as well, and she's in Manchester. So they operate the phone lines for UK, and they work with Sandhya in Chandrapur, Mary in Bangalore, and Ayush and Ronak who are also visually impaired, and they are in Kolkata. So all of them together manage UK. And you see Anupama on the screen who was there, she's hearing impaired. But it's just like magic how they're able to communicate with each other and make things happen.
So just before I start, I have Osama, so if there's like random pauses, that's why. But I struggled to find a job for quite a while, and then I found this one through Sarah actually. So I've been working since March, and it's really, really nice to work with a team of disabled people, because even though we don't have the same disabilities, we all understand each other's needs. And a lot of companies, it's quite hard for disabled people to get jobs, so that's really nice. But now I'm going to hand over to Chessie.
Hello. Oh gosh, sorry. Hello everyone. So yeah, like Olivia was saying, it's fantastic to be part of the team with everyone with disabilities, and also it's just been such a welcoming team and environment for me. This is my first job. I haven't been working with Maya Care for long, and I was just really surprised by how understanding and how welcoming everyone in the team has been for me. For me, there are many advantages for working at Maya Care. You can work, as long as you work the amount of hours you're supposed to, you can do those hours anytime. And for me, someone who likes going away and traveling a lot, that's a great advantage that I can do it anytime. And of course, for me, the main reason is it's such a rewarding cause. I know personally my mother was very unwell and she had a befriending service and she found it invaluable. The person she met there, they kept in contact for a very long time. And I know that was really important to her, so I understand that how important it is to get the elderly the help and the companionship they need. So please, please help us to do that and further the work we do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jessie. Thank you. And just before you leave, Jessie and Olivia, I just want to tell you the brilliant job they've done so far already. Olivia looks after Milton Keynes, and Olivia actually managed to coordinate with Sandhya, of course, and the team in India, and care homes in Milton Keynes. And we were able to conduct the first UK event in honor of my late mother, in the memory of my late mother, Dr. Vidya Gokhale, who was the co-founder of Maya Care. So there was a Bharatanatyam dance event in Milton Keynes in the care home, organized by Olivia and Sandhya and team over here. So and it was so good that when Abhay and I entered the care home, they said, "Aren't you Olivia?" Because they said, "Oh, we had no idea." That because she had been emailing them, talking to them and doing everything for the event there. And thanks to Pranati, who is here, and the team at Coventry Lions Club. So we are starting Maya Care in Coventry soon, for which Jessie looks after Coventry, and she has found 4 care homes waiting to start Maya Care over there, and now we're looking for volunteers. Thanks.
And the backdrop of the movie, as you know, is Rajasthan.
दिल हुम करे घबराए धड़ धम धम करे डर जाए एक बूंद कभी पानी की मोर ये शोखियाँ ये बातपन जो तुझ में है कहीं नहीं, ये शोखियाँ ये बातपन जो तुझ में है कहीं नहीं, दिलों को लिखने का फन जो तुझ में है कहीं नहीं। मैं तेरी आँखों में पा गया दो जहां, मैं तेरी आँखों में पा गया दो।
Dil Hum Hum Kare. It is sung by Lata Mangeshkar and picturized on Dimple. I am Rudali, picture's name is Rudali. I am Mrs. Saroj Avekar.
Thank you, Sarojji. Thank you. And the thing is, the music director was Sri Bhupen Hazarika ji, from, of course, the stalwart from Assamese music. And he passed away. I mean, so did Lataji this year. So I think this is probably tribute to both of them. And they both have sung it. So they, Bhupenda had his own typical style of singing as well. So I'll probably do some justice to. And the reason why I selected this song is because we wanted to have some sort of a different style. So we had Qawwali, we had Ghazal. So this is more of a, I would say, folk feel into the Bollywood that has come into it, and which is quite influenced by the Assamese style of music. The backdrop of the movie, as you know, is Rajasthan. दिल हुम हुम करे घबराए, धन धम धम करे डर आए, एक बूंद कभी पानी की मोरी अखियों से बरसाए, दिल हुम हुम करे घबराए। सब सूखे हाथ जोए, तेरा छुआ लगे मेरी सूखी डालियाँ, दिल हुम हुम करे घबराए। Thank you. So that was the flavor of the Rajasthani music, and of course, because he's being Assamese, he has sort of given some blended stuff into the song as well. So it's a beautiful song, of course, and one of my favorite ones.
It's Kakaru Sajini. It's kind of my time. I was in the second year of my uni, 1977, and Best Male Award winner, singer, nominated. Yeshudash is a great singer, one of my favorite singers. And I think the playback singer was Yeshudash, of course. And the actress was Savannah Azmi, correct?
Swami.
Swami. Yeah, film Swami. Correct. Thank you.
And Girish Karnazwa, yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Perfect. Yeah? So thank you so much. Of course, big round of applause here. Nice one. So quite a good knowledge. Of course, we have Google at home. Yeah.
करूं सजनी आए न बालम का करूं सजनी आए न बालम खोज रही है पिया परदेसी अखियाँ खोज रहे हैं पिया परदेसी अखियाँ आए न बालम का करूं सजनी आए न बालम
This first stanza of the song is actually a bandish by Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab. So they have taken that and then they have added the song into it.
जब भी कोई आहट होए मनवा मोरा भागे देखो कहीं टूट नहीं प्रेम के ये धागे है मतवारी प्रीत हमारी छुपे ना छुपाए छुपे ना छुपाए सावन हो तुम मैं हूँ कोई बदलिया आए न बालम का करूं सजनी आए न बालम
So yeah, I think I just tried to give different flavors. So we are not taking the full song, but just to give different flavors. So this is again, it's a bandish, as I said, from pure classical, Hindustani classical, Ka Karu Sajni, Ayana Balam, and then they have just taken it and they have just converted it into a filmy song.
I have a song called Kaisi Pahelis with Suniti Chauhan, movie is Parinta. And my favorite, one of my favorite actresses is Vidya Babu.
And what, your name, please? Sorry. Smita.
Smita.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, it's Kaisi Paheli Zindagani. Again, it's more of a.
It's very jazz influenced.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why she likes it. So, and it's a beautiful one, and I think it's blended pretty well.
कैसी पहेली है
one more thing is Rekha ji. It was Rekha ji. Thank you.
ये देख के दिल झूमा लिप्या ने अंगड़ाई दीवाना हुआ बादल सावन की घटा छाई ये देख के दिल झूमा लिप्या ने अंगड़ाई दीवाना हुआ बादल.
Good afternoon, everybody. So my extended father, you can say, is Ravindra Deshpande, for whom you can use the word volunteer, but he's a part of my family now, and I'm as a part of his family. So this started off with Manjari when we got together, and 2 years back, I guess. So how can you not like the name Maya Care, right? So just listening to the name Maya Care and the next big thing to family.
मैं हाथ लगा चूड़ियाँ ओ साथी
And I've seen this movie, so I know that I have seen the song as well. And the singers are Shreya Ghoshal and Rahat Fateh Ali Khan. I'm going to hand over to Sonali, who's like an encyclopedia of Hindi songs. So, few words from her.
Yeah, we all know this number. It's picturized on Akshay Kumar and Katrina Kaif. And if I'm not mistaken, it's picturized in Egypt, the background of pyramids. Yes. And the director of the movie is Anis Bazmi. The movie was released in 2008. Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, I think you're right. It was the pyramids as well as the Konark temple, both.
Let's see how many people can guess. It is picturized on Amir Khan and Kajol. Movie released in 2006. Yes, the movie is Fana. And song is sung by two singers, Shan and Kailash Kher. Chance is Marish. Written by Shegunshi. And it is a Filmfare Award winning.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was Jatin Lalit was the
music director. And it's my, to give the personal information, it's my husband's favorite, one of the favorites.
Oh, wonderful.
It's one of my favorites as well.
And it's sung by Shan.
Shan and Kailash Kher.
Hey, 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 la 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 la, ah.
give a word of thanks to many people and the audience to make it happen. So what it takes to make a musical evening when few Indians come together. Gana, Khana, Pina.
Kokam Pina.
Kokam Pina, exactly. Thank you for helping out. So all those people, for my British friends, I just translate that. I would like to thank the people who organized the khana for us. That is Tok and Tikka organizing the samosas. Then Shri Krishna Vada for organizing the vada pav. Rajan from Rajan Kings for organizing the chiuda for us. And again, for the vada pavs, you will also get some discounted rates if you scan the coupon, and you can take the journey ahead of food and love. Coming to the next point, and we also got Subway support for organizing the cookies, and Mr. Frank organized the plates and cutlery for us. So that comes for Khana. Coming to Tina. Okay, coming to the, considering the heat wave, we are in requirement of a lot of water bottles, and it was Kadu and Kaushik Shah who organized the water bottles for us. So thanks a lot. And peanut is limited to that. Okay, and should I come to the next point? Okay, that is of course Ghana. Thanks a lot, Rajan and well, it's not very good. And I should say thank you to you, backbone. I just missed your name, sorry. Thanks actually for bringing the lyrics for the singer. Okay, so thank you audience for this lovely presence and lot of support. But my appeal is doing a long journey from making the evergreen second innings for all our old people, and at the same time supporting the people who are with special abilities. So all the volunteers who have made this journey possible, please raise their hands. And thanks a lot to you. Please raise your hands. And just like a music requires sur, tal, and lyrics, Maya Care requires support and donations. So all the donors, please support Maya Care for the journey further. And thanks a lot.
Made it there or it was me? No. It was handed over to me, and by the way, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, that's good.
And it's very important because all men in the room will agree with me. There's always one Madhubala. My Avadut Gupta, please.
That's right. And it's a proper Bombay song, so all Bombay people would be really happy. I'll probably do the justice though. Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
तुझे देख के मेरी मधुबाला मेरा मनी पागल झाला तुझे देख के मेरी मधुबाला मेरे मनी पागल झाला सिर्फ एक बार तुझके जो बोला मन का पंछी डोला तूने मन का द्वार जो खोला मन का माँ पूर्ण से गेला बाई बाई मन मोरा का कसा पिसारा फुलला तुझे देख के मेरी मधुबाला मेरा मनी पागल झाला तुझे देख के मेरी मधुबाला मेरा मनी पागल झाला तूने मन का द्वार जो खोला मन का माँ पूर्ण से गेला बाई बाई मन मोरा का कसा पिसारा फुलला बस एक इशारा कर तू तेरे लिए जान मैं दे दूं बस एक इशारा कर तू तेरे लिए जान मैं दे दूं तेरे लिए जान बोला बडाला बाई 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 मन मोराचा कसा पिसारा फुलला तुझे देख के मेरी मधुबाला मेरा मन ये पागल झाला तूने एक बार हंस के दिला मेरा बच्ची रंग के डोला तूने मन का बार जो खोला मन का मासून गेला गेला बाई 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 मन मोराचा कसा पिसारा फुलला फुलला कोई नाम तेरा जो पूछे तेरा नाम बताता हूँ मैं कोई नाम मेरा न कोई नाम मेरा जो पूछे तेरा नाम बताता हूँ मैं मेरे घर का भूल के रास्ता तेरे घर को आता हूँ मैं मेरा यार तेरा दिलदार हुआ तेरे प्यार में बड़ा निकला बाई 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 मन मोरा तुझे देख के मेरी मधुबाला मेरा मन ये पागल झाला तूने एक बार हंस के जो बोला मन का पंछी बोला तूने मन का बार जो खोला मन का मासून गेला गेला बाई 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 मन मोरा कसा पिसारा फुलला मन मोरा कसा पिसारा फुलला बाई बाई मन मोरा
Thank you so much for this afternoon. Honestly, we have absolutely enjoyed ourselves despite the heat. We've been singing, dancing slowly. Thank you so much. At the start of the show, I promised that there'd be free samosas and tea. And I always come true to my word. I'll be just a bit later than I promised. There's free samosas and tea. But for that, we need to stay at our seats. So if you don't mind, if you want to take a washroom break, just take one quickly, because after the last song. And then if you can come back to your tables, and there's even table service. So that'll be with you soon. Thank you so much.
So probably this is the hardest song. I mean, we have to, Google researchers.
Oh, wonderful.
So this is 2004 movie. I mean, it's all from Google. So the famous Ajay's Bandit from Chita.
Yeah.
And it's about the the religious festivities what we had traditionally.
Mallari Matan.
Yeah. So.
Oh, perfect. So thank you. Your name, please?
Nilesh.
Nilesh. Okay. Thanks, Nilesh. A very typical devotional song. This song has got all the elements of the modern instrumentation plus the I would say the vibes of Mallari Matan folk music. At the same time, it has got some Gondhar as well in it. Gondhar is a typical, I would say, Maharashtrian. I think mainly Maharashtrian folk when people do it at homes in some auspicious occasions or auspicious festivities and etc. So of course, this is an auspicious occasion, so I just thought that probably will do that one. And then I'm sure you all will like it, and you have to join me whenever the last Gondhar starts.
मल्हारवारी मोतियानी द्यावी भरून नाहीतर देवा मी जातो मल्हारवारी मोतियानी द्यावी भरून नाहीतर देवा मी जातो अशी जिवाळा गावाकडची माती साध गडचे चुलीचे आम्ही रहिवासी, गडचे चुलीचे आम्ही रहिवासी, देवाचा झेंडा ओळखला दुरून मुक्ती आणि द्यावी पण, अरे नाहीतर देवा देवा मी जातो दुरून, नाहीतर देवा देवा मी
Rajan, you always go much beyond our expectations, always. That is breaking your own records. And Purva is my student, by the way. Student not in music at all. I used to teach her. But fantastic, Purva. I didn't know you have reached this level. This is really fantastic. Good to know. And last but not least, I just realized two thanks I had to go again. One is Sulu and Kishore Karandikar, who got all the stuff from India, including these standees and few more stuff. And Raju Clarkson and Jerry Clarkson and Tani, who has been taking some photographs as well for us. So thank you for all that. Enjoy this evening, and then we close down. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I enjoyed equally performing in front of you as well. So thank you so much. Thank you. chance for both of us.
Yeah, and we have an applause for the audience as well.
This time, yeah. Thank you.